This just got rough. Insider calls out Patriots quarterback Drake Maye after a incredibly shaky week 1 of the season in a 20-13 loss to the Las Vegas Raiders, and we are going to discuss it here on Patriots Digest with your host Keenan Warner. And if you guys haven't yet, we are right around 1,000 subscribers. We appreciate everybody who has been tuning into this channel as we are growing it, and we're continuing to grow it. And we're going to be coming here with Patriots and news every single day. So if you guys are new to here, hit that subscribe button free down there so you don't miss all the great content me and Jace have coming for you. But Drake Maye panic begins after Patriots lose in sloppy opener. We didn't have Christian Gonzalez. We were missing some other key pieces. Will Campbell played, but he was really day-to-day going into it. There was a lot about this game that said, Raiders possibly could come in here and get a W. They did. But this game was a game that the Patriots had very, very many chances to get, and it wasn't Drake Maye's best performances. We're going to discuss it here. The expected Drake Maye year 2 leap began with what can, at best, be described as a small hop. The Patriots quarterback rough season debut, 20-13 loss to the Raiders, 30-46, 287, 1 touchdown and 1 pick. And I don't know about you guys, I didn't love the offense around him. I think that there was aspects of the offense that we're still trying to figure out. So there's something I want to bring up a little bit later. We're going to get through this a little bit. But after scoring a touchdown second possession, looked good. Good touchdown drive. 2 scoring drive, both field goals, final 3 quarters. That can't happen. That just can't happen. We cannot allow that to happen, especially when we see Danny Dimes leading the Colts to scoring on every possession. That can't happen. And not the Dolphins are much worse, better than the Raiders, whatever. That's a different conversation for another show, honestly. But commented from Greg Bedard, what I see is just a sloppy quarterback. The first throw, wide receiver Demario Douglas, it just didn't have anything to do with the guy was wide open. I don't know. There must have been 6 or 7 wide open receivers today that missed, and he wasn't accurate with. And coming out of college, that was something that Drake Maye, he kind of was comparable to Josh Allen, where it was the intangibles, the athleticism, the arm strength and everything, all of that was there, but the accuracy could be come and go. Is this guy going to be able to come in here and actually develop at the next level? He was a guy that people thought of more as a project, where obviously guys or your high-level guys like Andrew Luck, you're like, yeah, no, this guy's going to come in here and be ready. Jaden Daniels, the guy last year who came in yeah, he's going to be ready. Drake Maye was a guy who you're questioning if he was going to be ready or not, but I liked what I saw from him last year. There were ups and downs, and there's still a pivotal point to this roster that I think doesn't give him the best chance to succeed, but also he's got to take the most with the opportunities that he has. So, let's go on from here. Number 3 pick in the 24 draft, 15-10 last year, a touchdown to interception ratios. He hung there while competing with a limited group of playmakers. Many expected to have new coach Mike Vrable, number 1 wide receiver Stefon Diggs would allow Maye to have productive season, and New England would potentially compete for a playoff spot. I think that that's still on the board. This loss to the Vegas Raiders is not going to derail them from being able to compete for a playoff spot. I truly think that 10 wins is an achievable goal for this roster here, but there might need to be a move that's made. And I just spoke on the Colts and the Dolphins a little bit. I did that semi-intentionally. Tyreek Hill, we might need to call and see. I understand it's the in-division rival. They might not trade. Obviously, we just saw Michael Parsons. Obviously, we were in the sweepstakes for Michael Parsons. He ends up going to the Packers. The Eagles put out a great offer for him, but you're not going to send them to the defending champion, especially when they're in your division and they're your hated rival Eagles. So we've seen in-division trades before. It's not the first time we had ever seen an in-division trade before. But I'd be calling Tyreek Hill would be the guy that I'm trying, because he can really extend, take the top off of this defense. Drake Maye, when he improvises and gets out of the pocket, not that he's Patrick Mahomes, but Tyreek Hill has worked with Patrick Mahomes, so he understands how to work when you have to improvise, when you have to do all of that. So I just think that we need to go get a 1. Stefon Diggs, I think, is good. I think Stefon Diggs, being a legitimate guy that defenses have to worry about, will be good for this roster. He has been an 1,000-yard receiver, on pace to be an 1,000-yard receiver for every year of the last 5 years. That's not even including his Vikings days. So I think that Stefon Diggs has the capabilities of being a really good a really good option for Drake Maye, because of the fact that he does have number one receiver experience and understands how to operate with coverage shaded to him, being covered by one, if not two players at the same time, and all of that. But we see what the Bengals, they get Jamar Chase, they got T. Higgins. Okay, we have CeeDee Lamb in Dallas. Okay, let's go get George Pickens. Let's go get more. Kyle Williams, until he develops and really becomes into something, they've got Pop Douglas. They've got Keyshawn Boutte, shout out to him. He had a big game. But Keyshawn Boutte, hopefully if he can maybe take that step, that could become that. But is this a fluke, or was that an actual something, a sign of things to come for Keyshawn Boutte? We'll see. But if you can make it so Stefon Diggs doesn't have to be an 1,100-yard guy for this offense to really roll, that would be great. Let me know in the comments what you think about Tyreek Hill possibly to the New England Patriots. But while we don't write the team off after week 1, Maye and the Patriots did not provide uplifting performance. Missed a wide-open Douglas on the first offensive snap, setting the tone for an underwhelming offensive day. He began the second half by throwing an interception, Patriots trailing 10-7, and NBC Boston graded a C+, C-, and D+. So we'll put it at about a 70 overall. There's been worse starts. He wasn't the worst quarterback of the weekend. There is some ups, and we understand what he can do. The defense looked pretty solid, though Christian Gonzalez takes the 360-plus yards that Geno Smith down, and obviously Brock Bowers had himself a big day. Jacoby Myers had himself a good day, but I do also think that in this position that the Patriots are in currently, without Christian Gonzalez, that's going to just make it for a difficult day, but still holding the Raiders to only 20, that's an achievable, and that's a win. If I heard before the game, okay, the Raiders are only scoring 20, I think, yeah, we can get to 23. We can win this game 23-20 and be okay. But he was overmatched. There's upside. There's good plays. But grading on a curve for a number 3 overall pick, from what I've seen, is this disappointing physical performance from Drake Maye. His poise needs to be better. And it really does. They look to rebound week 2 against the Dolphins. We just saw what the Colts did against the Dolphins. We just saw it. So we are expecting this Dolphins defense, especially their secondary, is not good. We should be able to exploit their secondary, put them within schemes, and Drake Maye should be able to have one of his better games of the year. But I think he wants to be at times perfect. I just need him to get past that. We all have to get past that. You need to be precise, not perfect, Vrable said Monday. And if you make a mistake, it's the reaction that you have is a mistake everybody sees. And then they're like, oh, wow, that was a mistake. When we have to clean our reactions up. Our responses have to be much better. And I agree. The demeanor in which you come out with, you've got to show, okay, everything is okay. That's the point of the quarterback, to control the temperament of the field. That's another thing talking about rookie Jaden Daniels. He controls the temperament. He missed Terry McLaurin yesterday. He just pointed and laughed. He was like, I understand. Like, I got you. He just laughed. Because I was like, okay, we missed it. But you know what we have? Way more plays. Drake Maye just needs to get into that, like, okay, everything needs to be perfect. I understand there's a high standard here, and we have a high level of success that we think we can reach. But we don't have to be perfect. All we need to do is go out there and be good. Win every play, and if you lose a play, go to the next one. It is okay. But let me know what you guys thought of Drake Maye's performance. Do you think it's signs of things to come, or do you just think it's really a fluke in the pan of the Patriots season this year? But that will do it for Patriots Digest with your host, Keenan Warner. I appreciate all of you guys, and I hope to see you guys again very soon.